So now I'm seeing all these videos of Mexican Americans crying about how they regret voting for Trump. And honestly, I can't feel bad for you, because when we told you this would happen, you didn't listen. When it was just theoretical, it was easy to ignore. But now that your undocumented family is at risk, now that your kids are being targeted, or the kids in your circles, now that they're coming for you, now it's a problem. Listen, I get it. I have family who voted for him too, and I won't lie, it makes it very hard to process. It sometimes even makes it hard to talk to them, because how am I supposed to be okay with that? I have undocumented family. I have a trans sibling. Trump's policies directly hurt people I love. So when I see our own people supporting him, it feels like a slap in the face. And I keep asking myself, why? How did this happen? This man called Mexicans rapists. He bragged about deporting families. He made racial profiling and hate cool again. And still, some of you voted for him. And now, reality is hitting. Oklahoma just passed a law requiring parents to prove citizenship to enroll their kids in school. Texas is next. Who do you think they're coming for? Not white, undocumented Europeans, Latinos. And now some of you are shocked? What did you think was gonna happen? That they'd make an exception for you? That you're somehow a good immigrant? That Trump actually cared about Latinos? Be serious. I know some of you are going to defend your stance with like, well, my family voted for him because they don't like socialism. They care about small businesses. They're conservative. They're religious. Okay. But at what cost? At the cost of our people being deported? At the cost of our kids being denied education? At the cost of our community being unsafe? And so now you're feeling the consequences and you want us to feel sorry for you. No. I'm saving my sympathy for the people who didn't vote against their own families. It's exhausting. We tried to tell you, but if you voted for Trump and regret it, sit with that, reflect on it, because the rest of us, we saw this coming. Please don't share any hate, not even towards Latinos who voted for Trump. This is just my personal view and my frustration about this entire situation.
I never thought I was going to lose this much money, this fast.
Jim is a Republican who voted for Donald Trump 3 times.
How do you feel about your vote for Donald Trump now?
Well, I feel like perhaps I should have considered some other options.
The past 2 years, Jim has been selling honey to the federal government, which then provides it to schools and food banks. But after Donald Trump took office, the USDA cut those programs suddenly as part of the federal government's effort to streamline spending.
For a lot of other local farmers around here, it was a major source of reliable revenue. For me, it's going to cost me around $150,000 a year.
Whoop-de-doo, another MAGA FAFO. This is getting really fucking old at this point, but I will continue to post these every single day because I do believe that there is a benefit in highlighting Trump supporters themselves regretting their vote so that other Trump supporters might see and be like, oh shit, yeah, we can be affected by the man we voted for. The frustrating part about all of this is they never seem to give a shit until it affects them. There's zero empathy in that heart until it affects them. And then only until it affects them do they regret their vote. But I think it's important. It gets highlighted. I'm not here to shame you. I'll take up arms with you. I'll fight this administration with you. And I'll encourage you to vote in the midterms for someone who will actually do better for this country. But I am going to highlight it until then because I think it's valuable information. Anyways, my name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow or you won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
I just want to say I'm sorry. I voted for him and I thought he was going to help folks like me. Now, they done cut off my food stamps, my Medicaid, everything. I don't know how I'm going to eat or pay for my medicine. I made a mistake.
I was a Trump supporter. I don't know how long I can keep doing this. I have a construction company. And not a fucking thing is getting done. This is what I get. This is what I fucking get. Nothing but white boys. It takes 4 days to do a one-day job. I might have fucked up.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Likas Tech, where we keep it real and global. In the last video, we talked about Latino MAGA supporters who lost their businesses and starting regretting for voting for Donald Trump. Well. The story isn't over yet. Now, more of them are speaking up loud, and what they are saying might surprise you. Let's dive into it. This is part 2. Guys, remember that credit goes to the owner of the video. I come back with a comment.
Yanet Correa screams injustice after her husband was placed on an expedited deportation order after showing up to his immigration check-in in Miami. The detentions are not only creating panic and fear, but Correa's immigration attorney
Buenas noches.
Don't let him die in a cell. Please don't let his final memories be of those of pain and isolation. The American flag stands for compassion, kindness, liberty, and justice for all. We're all human, and today I'm asking for one human act of compassion to please let my dad come home.
Freaking disappointment, man. What a disappointment this is, where you just believed that a freaking politician was actually trustworthy, that whenever he said he would stay out of these wars and bring world peace, that America would be America first, not Israel first.
Yeah, it's true. Ask about it. Ask.
I give everyone permission to call me an idiot if Trump drags us into a war, because that is the single reason why I voted for him, besides RFK Jr., because I really thought that this man would keep us out of war, more so than Kamala and Walz would have. I really thought that he was about peace like he said that he was. But as of his Twitter, as of the things that have been being said, as of him attacking Tucker Carlson, which I respect so much, by the way, things are not looking so great.
I owe you guys a big apology. I voted for Trump. I made a huge mistake, and I hope you guys have it in your heart to forgive me that I voted for that man. And I had a lot of hopes for that man, but the hopes are gone.
Another Trump supporter who regrets their vote. Just take a listen.
Do you think that our Lord wants these children to be starving? And Mr. Trump, I am so very disappointed in you. I voted for you, and you have just turned us into a bunch of hateful, mean, horrible people. And it's just, you know, I know we've got too many immigrants in this country, but my goodness, we don't have to be mean to them. That's not what this country is built on. I probably won't be here for the next election, but my goodness, I'll never, ever vote Republican, and I've been voting for 80 years. I don't know. This country's just going in the wrong direction, and it just saddens my heart.
It greatly saddens my heart too. But what I don't understand is that there's actually still Trump supporters out there supporting Trump, saying that there's no one who has changed their vote. There are plenty of people out there who don't agree with what he's doing. And I wish the rest of you would wake up.
We have some news right now. Trump voters are turning against him, even regretting their vote for him more and more. NBC News just interviewed someone who voted for Donald Trump. She's the caretaker of a 26-year-old woman who relies on SNAP and food assistance to essentially fund their life, to essentially afford food. And while her caretaker is her mother, 63-year-old woman who said that she voted for Donald Trump, she had been a proud supporter of Donald Trump's for a long time. But now she regrets voting for him because she sees what's happening with the White House ballroom tear down and says, I'd rather that money, even though it's privately funded, go to help people like my daughter who need SNAP benefits to survive. They go on to say that the president of the United States is too focused on other things, not on actually helping the most vulnerable in America. And it comes as Donald Trump's disapproval rating has hit an all-time high today. And many of those folks are actually his own supporters who don't approve of what he's doing anymore. Well, it won't impact the results in the past. It may impact election results tomorrow and moving forward. Spread the word, follow along from.
After last episode, more stories starting surfacing online from Miami to Texas, California. Former MAGA business owners are now sharing videos saying we were fooled. Now they found out the guy is lying. One family-owned grocery store owner said, we believed he was for working class, but all we got were higher taxes and zero help from the government. So, another Latino truck driver who once flew MAGA flag now say, my fuel cost went up my contract disappeared. I voted for businessman, not chaos. Wow. What worried is some are even joining new political movement called for unity and real change instead of division, which is even really good. So, but here it is the twist. Trump campaign is still pushing to win them back in 2026. They are saying the media is lying and the camera is real. So now the question is, who's telling the truth and who's just selling hope again? So we still have another video about that. Let's watch them. I'll come back with a comment.
A woman in West Virginia who was one of Donald Trump's biggest supporters now regrets her vote for Trump because he fired her from the federal government. Just take a look at the clip.
This flag used to hang there.
This was the flag Jennifer Piggott proudly hung outside her home during campaign 2024.
We had the flag. I had the shirt. I was a MAGA junkie.
A MAGA junkie who thought her government job would be safe with Donald Trump in office. She was wrong.
I cried. It's scary, you know, it's a really scary thing. And I was embarrassed.
He's a good boy. Piggott was abruptly fired last month from the Treasury Department's Bureau of Fiscal Service, based here in Parkersburg, West Virginia. The reason given for the firings of 125 probationary employees at the Bureau? Poor performance.
I had my last review on the 31st of January, and I had the highest rating that you can get on a review, less than 21 days before I was terminated for my performance.
You voted for Donald Trump.
I did.
Do you regret that vote?
Yes, I do. To cut the knees out of the working class Americans just doesn't make sense to me. I expected more from President Donald Trump.
Since speaking out, Piggott says she's received death threats and her home has been egged.
Yeah, she had her flag out, she wore the t-shirt, she was very much in Donald Trump's corner, and now she regrets it. She would not have voted for Donald Trump again, and you're seeing this sentiment all over the country. There were a lot of people out there who voted for Donald Trump to lower grocery prices or lower gas prices. Now, obviously, that's not happening, and instead, he's firing people from their jobs and destroying the federal government. We are already seeing a lot of regret from Trump voters, and I think that's only going to increase, just like you saw there.
I regret voting for Trump. You guys told me I would, and here we are, just barely over a month after he was sworn in, and I have so many reasons, so many disappointments, and I've lost so many rights as a woman already, so I guess I'll just start listing the reasons why. So many rights gone as a woman. Starting with I mean, did I lose rights? I thought I did. See, I was told so many times by the left that I lost all of my rights because I'm a woman. So I mean, I thought for sure I did, but now that I'm trying to come up with a list, it's just not coming to the tip of my tongue here. I don't know. Maybe we'll try again after I do some research.
Terrible election news for Donald Trump. The Democrats are victorious as far as you can see, from California to New York to New Jersey to Pennsylvania to Virginia and Texas and more. The Democrats have swept everything. They've swept everything. Donald Trump and the Republicans have lost everything. They've lost all the major races so far tonight. And the midterms are coming, and typically the White House loses 26 seats in the midterms. And Donald Trump lost 41 in 2018, which means the House will go back to the Democrats, and the Senate usually flips 4 seats, flips back to the Democrats. It's not good for Donald Trump. You know those walls in the White House are covered in ketchup as far as you can see. There's probably no ketchup to be bought in Washington, D.C., Virginia, or Maryland. And Donald Trump has a lot of it to blame. Actually, it's all Donald Trump. He's fulfilled none of his promises. The economy is not going well. Inflation is continuing to be out of control. His trade wars have only cost farmers, companies, and others their jobs and their livelihoods. He's not making America great again. He's not making America first again. We can't feed our people on SNAP. We can't pay now because of Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill, the subsidies on the Affordable Care Act. People are going to have to deal with that problem and potentially give up their insurance. And it's all because of Donald Trump. And all these problems are made by Donald Trump. None of these had to be so. But they were so desperate to give all this money to the rich, this massive tax cut, that's who it goes to, that the rest of us are suffering. But guess what? Guess who's going to suffer at the ballot box? Donald Trump suffered at the ballot box tonight, and you wait next year in the midterms. It's going to be worse. Going to be worse. So there you have it. Keep up the good work. Keep educating everybody about what's going on. The battle for the election and control of the House and the Senate move forward, and to get a Democrat in the White House in 2028. And clearly it will not be Donald Trump again. Love you for my Democrats, my MAGAs, my crazies, my cuckoos, and my burned out light bulbs. Again, terrible news for Donald Trump today. The Democrats are victorious all across the board, everywhere. There you have it. Love to hear from my Democrats, my MAGAs, my crazies, my cuckoos, and my burned out light bulbs. Let me know what you think.
Donald Trump got completely rejected by the American people in all of these different elections we saw yesterday, whether it be Virginia, New Jersey, in Florida, in Georgia, in California, in Pennsylvania, you name it, Democrats overperformed in every single one. For example, in Virginia, Democrats won the governor's race, the lieutenant governor's race, the attorney general's race. They control the House and the Senate, and 90 out of 95 counties got bluer. That's right, only 5 counties got redder from 2024. That is stunning. In California, with Prop 50 for redistricting, the results were called within 1 minute of the polls closing. That's how overwhelming the results were. In New Jersey, people thought it was going to be a close race. Last time I checked, Democrat Mikey Sherrill is winning by over 15 points. And look, I already see the Republicans downplaying these results, saying, oh, they're blue states. Of course Democrats won. We didn't just win. We destroyed them. And if Republicans don't think those margins are going to carry over into other states, then man, they're going to have a rude awakening.
Here is my take. Regretting is powerful, but running from it, that is a real growth. Latino community is one of the hardest working groups in America, and they are realizing that their voice is stronger than any campaign slogan from anywhere. So maybe this is time they will vote for, not for name, but for the future of their kid, for their job, for everything. Guys, drop your thought in the comment. Guys, do you think it's too late or they still have time to make it? Guys, my name is Rick, and this is Rick Aztec, the True Talk Transformation. See you in the next one. I love you guys.